After a disappointing loss the night before in Harwich, the Kettleers looked to get back above 500 in a doubleheader matchup against the Brewster Whitecaps at Lowell Park. Following a leadoff single in the first from Nick Gonzalez, an errant throw by the Brewster third baseman off a Casey Schmidt ground ball allowed Gonzalez to come home from second to score. Later in the inning, Adam Oviedo blooped a single into shallow center to score Schmidt and give the Kettleers a 2-0 lead after one. But Brewster, the team with the second most home runs in the league after Cotuit, added one more off the bat of Tyler Hardman in the top of the third.
And Brewster is on the board today on a solo shot. It's now 2-1.
Having halved Cotuit's lead, Brewster threatened to turn the tide, but a well-timed pickoff move by Cotuit hurler Reed Johnston got Cotuit out of the inning and upheld their 2-1 lead. However, Brewster would continue to get base runners on after the third, and a Gage Workman sac fly into left center in the fourth inning was enough to bring TJ Collette home from third to tie the game. This ball game was anyone's for the taking, so Nick Gonzalez stepped up and took a shot, further elevating his on-base percentage as he put a ball over the left field wall for a 2-run homer to give Cotuit a 4-2 lead and their first home run in 3 games.
Turn up the heat, Nick Gonzalez. That was a rip. Another home run. This time he pulls it, and that was one of his best hits of the entire summer.
In the 6th inning, Colton Kessler, who'd been held hitless in the last 4 games, broke out of his slump in spectacular fashion as he crushed a ball 410 feet to center for a solo shot, giving Cotuit a 5-2 lead.
And he leaves the yard to make it 5-2 in favor of the Kettleers.
Colton Kessler has had an afternoon, Aram. He's reached base all 3 times now. A big home run.
That was all she wrote for Brewster in Game 1, as Cotuit finally broke through for win number 5 on the season. Cotuit confirmed that they were back in their early season groove in Game 2, as a Duke Ellis single drove in Nick Gonzalez in the first, and Adam Oviedo would follow Ellis's hit up by roping a double to deep left that would send Ellis himself home for a 2-0 lead.
So Larry gives chase, and he's not going to get there. It's towards the wall. Coming around third is Duke Ellis. He's going to kind of try and score, and he does. No throw at the plate on a double off the bat of Adam Oviedo.
However, Brewster's Gage Workman would place his own double in the same spot as Oviedo in the 2nd inning to drive in a run for the Whitecaps, and a well-placed single down the right field line to follow would drive in Workman and make it a tie ball game at 2. Luckily for the Kettleers, Nick Gonzalez could not be stopped today. He drilled a ground ball single right down the third base line in the bottom of the 2nd to gain the lead right back for Cotuit. The Kettleers' defense would be the backup they needed, as they turned a great 6-4-3 double play in the 5th to sustain their lead. But Cotuit wanted to cement their lead as the home run kings of the league, and Casey Schmidt helped them out by going yard in the bottom of the 6th.
A solo blast with one out here in the bottom of the 5th. And the Kettleers double up their advantage 4-2.
Great job by Casey Schmidt taking advantage of a hanger there.
And maybe because he missed out on the delicious pies given to some lucky fans at the field during the game, Oviedo ordered a huge helping of dessert for his team when he gouged a 2-run shot to left field for his 3rd long ball of the season and his team's 14th. Holding a 6-2 lead, Mason Dodd put the cherry on top of this game with an outstanding catch in foul territory in the top of the 7th. With that, the Kettleers were licking their fingers clean after feasting on 2 straight wins today and earning back the top position in the Western Division. Coach Roberts, Adam Oviedo, and Nick Gonzalez spoke after the game.
Really solid effort today, Coach. How do you guys think you were able to turn it around compared to yesterday?
Well, yesterday was just a 2-1 game and 2 rain delays and some mistakes. Today, I think the key for me today was our defense. I just thought our defense was the best it has been this year. And I was really pleased with our entire infield in regards to the way we handled ground balls today. And when you handle ground balls, and back up your pitching staff, then everything's going to be better. So I felt like that was the real key. Now, certainly the pitchers threw strikes, did an excellent job for us today. All of them did. And then, clutch home runs. Anytime you get the ball to leave the ballpark a little bit, then that gives you some breathing room.
A lot of more balls put in play today compared to yesterday. Was that something you talked to the guys about?
Well, what we talked about, there's a big difference between day baseball and night baseball, I'm telling you. These guys are finding it out. Night baseball up here, the lights aren't phenomenal and guys got good arms, a little different. Day baseball, I think they see the ball a little bit better, and so maybe we got to work on our night game tomorrow because we play at Chatham tomorrow night.
Nicholas has been pretty lights out so far this season. Have you been really impressed with what you've seen from him?
Yeah, I know his coach real well, Rich Maloney at Ball State, and he had given me good information, and I'm really pleased with him. But I'll also say it was really a pleasure to watch Holden Powell pitch today as well, and I wish we could keep Holden too, and that'd be 2 pretty good closers, guys. So I might enjoy the end of the game often with those 2 guys.
So we're 10 games into the season here, Adam. It's too early to talk about good streaks, bad streaks, but the team was scuttling a bit, swinging the bat coming into this game. What does this solid offensive performance in these 14 innings do for you moving forward?
I think it absolutely gives us, encouragement that we can be that offense that we want to be to win these ball games. Yeah, we went to a little rough patch. Yeah. I think every team's going to go through that. I'm glad we're doing that early in the season, so that when the games count, we can produce those numbers. So I think it's just going to give us encouragement and a lot of confidence. So.
You had 3 home runs all of last season. So far through 10 games, you got 3 homers. What's been different for you with your approach, with your swing in terms of power so far this year?
For me this year, it's just being ready to hit every pitch, no matter what it is. If it's not something I want to hit, I shut it down. So that's been my key to at-bats this year, and I think it's working out so far. So
great. And so you're a returner. Obviously, you're a second-year guy. The guys maybe look up to you a little bit more. I mean, you've been here. You know the grind. What are you preaching to the guys in the dugout, in the locker room after a game like this?
Really nothing, actually. I mean, the team, they're so cool. They're so laid back. Everybody here wants to win, and that's what's good. Everybody has that cohesiveness, and they want to play. So I really don't have to say anything. Everybody pretty much leads to himself, So.
All right, Nick Gonzalez here had a really big game today. 3 extra base hits in the doubleheaders, including all of the game-winning RBIs in both games. Just how great a feeling is it to have be this much of a part of the success of the team?
Yeah, it feels really good to help my team out as much as I can, and to go up there and compete every day with my team.
Was there anything you saw from the starter in the first game that helped you out with that home run?
I was just looking for a good pitch to hit. I knew he had thrown a fastball inside my last at-bat that I had lined out to third. I was kind of expecting something around there, and he ended up throwing it.